तं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे.
Hare Krishna. We'd like to welcome all of the wonderful devotees who have joined us over Facebook Live, devotees who've joined us over YouTube Live, and dear devotees who joined us over Zoom. We welcome each and every one of you to this day 8. And before we proceed, we'd like to congratulate and announce the names of the participants from the quiz session from yesterday. We'd like to congratulate Amrita Radhika, Mitanjali Pradhan Mataji, Hari Krishna Madhali Prabhu, Radha Mataji, and Hayagriva Sri Hari Prabhu. Thank you so much for participating in the quiz session.
So today we will discuss Arjun's mood in the battle, how Arjuna is getting dragged by Krishna. What is surrender in Virya Rasa? How Krishna says, Kaunteya Pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. How Pitama Bhishma lies on the bed of arrows. And then Bhishma Stuti, prayers of Pitama Bhishma. And we'll end with a sweet pastime to enhance our Japa. In yesterday's session, we heard that before the battle of Kurukshetra started, the leaders of both sides, they were meeting in that meeting, and Krishna declared that he will not be picking up any weapons in the battle, that he will just be a charioteer of Arjuna. Hearing this, Pitama Bhishma made a vow in his heart. My dear Krishna, I will compel you to take up weapons. So Krishna as Paramatma, he registered this vow of Pitama Bhishma, and very gracefully he smiled at Pitama Bhishma. This Kurukshetra war was raging, and on the battlefield stood Pitama Bhishma. Now he was the commander in chief of the Kaurava army. Though he was aged, he was bound by loyalty to Hastinapur. Still, Bhishma Dev fought with unmatched energy. He was terrifying the Pandava forces. Pitama Bhishma, he vowed to fight so fiercely that he would compel Krishna to pick up a weapon, even though Krishna had vowed not to do so.
So, on the ninth day of the war, Bhishma Dev unleashed a storm of arrows, scattering the Pandavas and especially Arjuna. You know, Pitama Bhishma knew the secret how to get Krishna triggered. He was attacking Arjuna. So, despite Arjuna's valor, he was unable to match Bhishma Dev's fury. And Sri Krishna, who had promised not to take up any arms in the war, he saw his dear devotee and friend Arjuna struggling. And also, another aspect Krishna noticed, that Arjuna was not fighting to his full potential. There was some hesitation in Arjuna, thinking that, oh, this is my Pitama, this is my grandfather Bhishma. How can I, throw arrows at my dearly beloved grandfather? So that hesitation, although nobody knew about it, even Arjuna had not, registered that. But Krishna, being the Paramatma in Arjuna's heart, he realized that there was some hesitation on the side of Arjuna. So therefore, Krishna, overwhelmed with divine love and a surge of, protective instinct, and also some anger that Arjuna is not giving his best, Krishna actually leapt off the chariot and he lifted a broken chariot wheel as a weapon. We see here such a beautiful posture that Krishna is literally chasing behind, he's coming, charging towards Pitama Bhishma. So then, Krishna just picked up this broken chariot wheel, and as personified time, Kala personified, he came to end Pitama Bhishma's life. And Bhishma Deva, seeing this beautiful vision of Krishna running towards him, charging towards him, Pitama Bhishma, what did he do? He dropped his bow. He spread his arms wide and he bowed his head, welcoming death from his worshipable Lord. So, yesterday we were seeing how Pitama is showing how not to act. Today's session, we are going to see how Pitama Bhishma is showing how to act. When Krishna, the Supreme Lord, the most worshipable Lord of his, heart, is coming towards him, letting go of his own word, and Pitama Bhishma is seeing this vision. Pitama Bhishma just surrendered. This is Pitama Bhishma's surrender in Virya Rasa, the mellow of chivalry. In chivalrous way, it is said in Bhishma Stuti, we will see that how Pitama Bhishma is saying that, my arrows were actually piercing the Lord also, because the Lord was the charioteer of Arjuna. So it cannot be that, Krishna was not getting hurt. And Pitama Bhishma is acknowledging this, that it was such a beautiful vision, that, to see the Lord, in sweat, with his hair flying, dust over his lotus face, sandalwood pulp, and blood strewn arms from the sharp arrows of Pitama Bhishma. So Pitama Bhishma is in the mellow or the rasa of Virya. We know there are 5 primary rasas, but there are many secondary rasas. So Virya Ras, or the mellow of chivalry, is also a secondary rasa, which Pitama Bhishma is exemplifying. And Pitama Bhishma's eyes were filled with tears, not out of fear that Krishna is coming charging towards him, but out of blissful surrender. He was setting an example for all of us that true protection comes from divine grace.
On the other hand, Arjuna, when he saw Krishna lifting up the chariot wheel and charging towards Pitama Bhishma, Arjuna just fell at Krishna's lotus feet, begging for forgiveness for not fighting to his full potential. And then he accepted that his arrows had become soft when they were thrown at Pitama Bhishma. But Krishna was so angry that he continued to charge towards Pitama Bhishma. And Arjuna caught hold of one of the legs of Krishna. Krishna, no, Krishna, please, don't break your vow. Krishna, stop. And Krishna literally was dragging Arjuna along with him. And Arjuna was not able to restrain Krishna. Krishna pacified only when Arjuna promised that from now on, I will fight to my full potential. Oh Keshava, please stop. And Arjuna also said to Krishna that he wanted to safeguard the vow of the Lord of not picking up any weapons in the battlefield and fighting. So please do not fight. So there are several lessons that we can learn from here. First is Krishna, he may break his own vow, but he will always fulfill the vow of his devotees. And his devotee, dear devotee Pitama Bhishma, had vowed that I will make sure that you will raise the weapon in the battlefield. And Krishna's vow was he will not. But Krishna wanted to fulfill Bhishma Dev's vow more than his vow. So Krishna always fulfills his vows, except when there is a competition or contradiction between his vow and his devotee's vow. Then in that case, he will say, okay, I will forbid my vow, and I will make sure that my devotee's vow stays. That is the first lesson. Second is, he wanted Arjuna to fight for his full potential. And third, Krishna wanted to demonstrate to the world how dear are the devotees to Krishna. Krishna can do anything for his devotees, even break his own promise. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Kaunteya Pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. O Kaunteya, you declare boldly that my devotee shall never perish. Now, many may ask, why did Krishna not say, I declare boldly that my devotee shall never perish? Why is he asking Arjuna, you declare? Because once Arjuna declares that Krishna's devotee will never perish, Krishna will have to make sure that Arjuna's vow is fulfilled. If Krishna took that vow, in case it contradicts with his devotee's vow, he is known to let go of his vow. So, in order to make sure that now devotees don't have any doubt about this declaration, he said, Arjuna, you declare. Once you declare, I will make sure that it will come true. So, Bhishma Pitama is a pure devotee of Lord Krishna. Krishna himself was present when Bhishma Dev, he departed from this world while offering beautiful, beautiful prayers to Krishna, which are famous in Srimad Bhagavatam as Bhishma Stuti, which appears in Canto 1, Chapter 9.
So this shows how Pitama Bhishma, he took shelter of the holy names of Krishna, Namashraya. So here today we are seeing how this great Mahajan, one of the 12 Mahajans, is taking shelter of Krishna, giving us the lesson, teaching us by his own example how to seek shelter of Krishna. When actually Pitama Bhishma was, after the battle of Kurukshetra was done and Yudhishthir Maharaj ascended the throne, Krishna actually told the Pandavas that please, all of you dress up very nicely. So we can see here in this picture that all the Pandavas are very nicely dressed, because this was one of the desires of Pitama Bhishma, that he wanted to see the Pandavas settled well in their lives. Their whole life has actually been a struggle. And in his heart of hearts, Pitama Bhishma was very sad about this fact. So Krishna, when he was taking the Pandavas to see Pitama Bhishma in this final journey, Krishna told everyone, dress very nicely. See how Krishna, he pays attention to details. Krishna doesn't miss anything. Nothing escapes the vision of Krishna. Nothing escapes the notice of Krishna. Even when we don't notice such things, Krishna notices. That is the beauty of Krishna. So even such a small thing, which Pitama Bhishma never even told anybody. But Krishna knew the heart of Pitama Bhishma. And that's why he told the Pandava brothers, come with me. And when they came to see Pitama Bhishma, Krishna said, my dear Pitama, why don't you please instruct Yudhishthir Maharaj to be the proper king? Tell him what he should do, what he should not do. Tell him. So then, Pitama Bhishma, he smiled and he said, Krishna, My dear Lord, you are telling me. But you spoke the Bhagavad Gita so nicely to Arjuna. You can teach the same to Yudhishthir. So Krishna also smiled and said, my dear Pitama, I may have jnana, but you have vijnana. You have realized and lived your life. You have an experience that you can share. Things that a king should do, things that a king should not do. So please share that experience, that rich experience that you have. Please share that with Yudhishthir. So here also Krishna is so wonderfully teaching us the importance of elders in the family. You know how we must learn from the experiences of our elders. And the elders also should be as qualified as Pitama Bhishma to give us their life experience, to share some of their mistakes which they may have committed and they have learned from that. So then, after giving all the instructions, then Pitama Bhishma said, now all my duties, my responsibilities, everything is over. And now I just want to focus my mind, O Krishna, in looking at you and leaving my body. So Krishna fulfilled that desire. So Pitama Bhishma, he's saying, we will recite 4 important verses from the Bhishma Stuti. There are 11 verses of Bhishma Stuti. We'll recite 4 of them. So we'll first read the translation and then recite the verse.
Bhishma Dev said, let me now invest my thinking, feeling, and willing in the all-powerful Lord Shri Krishna. He is always self-satisfied. He enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending to the material world.
Iti matirupakal pita vitrishna Bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni Swasukhamupagate kvachid vihartum prakritimupeyushiyad bhava pravaha. The next verse translation is Shri Krishna, Bhishma Pitama is saying, Shri Krishna is the intimate friend of Arjuna. His transcendental body resembles the bluish color of the tamal tree. May his glittering yellow dress and his lotus face, covered with paintings of sandalwood pulp, be the object of my attraction.
This verse is sung as Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamalavarnam Ravikaragauravaraambaram Dadhane Vapuralakakula Vritananabjam Vijaya Sakheratir Astu Me Anvatya.
The next verse is Pitama Bhishma is saying,
Fulfilling my vow and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant.
Swanigamamapahamat pratikyam ritamadikartumavapluto rathastha Dhritarthacharano abhayachaladgur haririvahantumi gato tariya. Bhishma Pitama is saying, at the final moment of death. Let my ultimate attraction be to Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. I concentrate my mind upon the chariot driver of Arjuna, who stood with a whip in his right hand and a bridle rope in his left, who was very careful to give protection to Arjuna's chariot by all means. Those who saw him on the battle of Kurukshetra attained their original forms after death.
Vijaya Ratha Kutumbhatatotre Dhrita Rashmini Tachriye Kshaniye Bhagavati Ratirastu Me Mumurshor Yamiha Nirikshahata Gata Swarupam.
Jai Ho Bhishma Stuti Ki
Yeah.
Jai.
And so we know that Bhishma Dev left his body with the vision of Shri Shri Parthasarthi, Arjuna Parthasarthi. His vision, he left this world.
Haribo.
Shri Parthasarthi Bhagavan ki
Jai.
jai.
Shri Bhishma Dev Ki Jai.
So the glories of Kartik is when one offers a lamp during the month of Kartik, their sins of many millions of birds perish in half an eye blink.
Haribo.
From Sri Hari Bhakti Vilas.
So today's Japa tip is
It's I am right Japa, something that we should not do. When chanting on how right we are, when chanting instead of meditating on the holy names or hearing the holy names with prayerful gratitude attitude, we meditate on how I'm right, how wrong someone else is. And with every mantra, we become more and more convinced, yes, I'm right, how justified I am. And this is also known as pump your ego japa. So we should try to avoid this kind of japa and simply focus on readily accepting the holy names by hearing peacefully in a prayerful attitude.
basically it's about getting rid of the I consciousness. I, me, mine. Getting rid of that and thinking about Krishna and his dear devotees is the purpose of our japa.
So today we have a sweet pastime. It's called Arjuna's chariot burns to ashes.
So the battle of Kurukshetra was actually at its peak with Arjuna, and one day there was Arjuna locked his horns with Karna. They were in a fierce battle with each other, and each time Arjuna shot his arrows, the sheer force of those arrows would push Karna's chariot back by 25 to 30 feet, all the way to the back. And Karna was also not less formidable. You know, his arrows, though displacing Arjuna's chariot by only 3 to 4 feet, were powerful enough to cause a very significant impact. So, like this, Arjuna was battling all the heroes of the Kaurava side every single day. Day after day, he was getting hit by, so many arrows, so many opponents, powerful opponents were coming and fighting and battling with Arjuna.
And one of the reasons that Karna's arrows were not powerful enough to move too much Arjuna's chariot, just 3 to 4 feet, whereas Arjuna was able to do 25 to 30 feet, was because there was Hanuman on the chariot. Arjuna asked Krishna, why? I know Karna is more powerful than this. Why only so much? So Krishna said, look up. There's the flag. On the flag, Hanumanji himself is sitting on the chariot. Because of that, it's not moving too much. Without the Hanuman flag, the chariot would have gone really back.
And not only Hanumanji, but Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Krishna said, even I am sitting here. And in spite of both of us being here, if Karna is able to make the chariot move 3 to 4 feet, it is actually more than, he is a more stronger opponent than yourself, Arjuna. Krishna had given Arjuna that reality check that particular day, actually.
So, like this, Arjuna had battled with all the heroes of the Kaurava side, and after the battle of Kurukshetra was over, Krishna instructed Arjuna, Arjun, you get down from the chariot first. And so Arjuna said, no, no, Krishna, you are the charioteer. You get down first, then I will get the space to get down. Otherwise, while you are here, if I get down, I might touch my feet, may touch you, and I don't want that. Krishna said, Arjun, do as I'm saying. You first get down. And so Arjuna followed the instruction very carefully. He alighted the chariot, got down, and then after Arjuna got down, Krishna also jumped from the chariot. The moment Krishna stepped off the chariot, poof, it just caught fire, and this chariot was reduced to ashes. And Arjuna was shocked. What? What just happened? Why did the chariot go up in flames? Krishna then revealed. He said, Arjun, your chariot was supposed to be destroyed by all powerful warriors a long time ago. There was so much physical assault, there was so much mental assault, there was so much magical assaults that were being done at your chariot. But it was I who was protecting all the time. And Arjuna realized that. It's because of Krishna that the chariot was somehow being stable. But without Krishna, the chariot went back to its karmic destiny and became completely aflamed. So, this carries a profound lesson.
That never in our lives we must have the arrogance to say that we have achieved great heights on our own. If at all we may have achieved something, it is only by the mercy of Krishna. It is because of Krishna's intervention that has protected us. It has cleared our path and given us the right opportunities at the right time. Only by the mercy of Krishna, Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, that we are able to get some, things that are happening good in our life. That is just by Krishna's mercy. We need to realize this. We need to understand this in every aspect of our lives. So, with this, we will end today's session. We've already sung the Bhishma Stuti. So, and we wanted to talk about the chariot pastime because Pitama Bhishma is talking about the chariot of Arjuna. So that's why we thought we'll share this sweet pastime today, that how Krishna is the sustainer, the maintainer, the protector of his dear devotees. So with this, we end today's session. If there's any questions, comments, realizations, or reflections, we can take that now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Prabhuji Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj.
Jai.
Nice narration of Bhishma, Arjuna, Krishna. Very nice, Mataji, very excellent. So, and of course, as usual, the pictures are so beautiful. Especially when Krishna comes, it's just mesmerizing. So beautiful, Mataji. So, Nice lessons. From every pastime of Krishna and Arjuna, we can learn some lessons. I guess they do all these pastimes just to teach us how to behave, how to learn, how to, depend on Krishna. So always depend on Krishna. Whatever happens, it's all Krishna's desire. So thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Nice lecture.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, as usual, nice pictures and everything. So beautiful, Mataji. So, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hey, Amrita Radhika. Hare
Thank-
Krishna.
Dandavat Pranam. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. As always, I learned so much. Always learn so much. So just want to thank you. Thank you for all of your services and your pleasantries.
Thank you.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Francine, also for joining in every day so wonderfully. It's really such a pleasure to see you. Thank you.
Hare Bol.
Hare
So we
Krishna.
have the quiz questions that are remaining. Let us read the quiz questions and we can continue the question and answer after that. First, why did Arjuna hesitate to fight to full potential with Bhishma Dev?
Name the weapon which was picked by Lord Krishna to attack Bhishma Dev.
What was the secondary rasa experienced by Bhishma Dev with Lord Krishna?
Why did Krishna pick up the weapon to attack Bhishma Dev?
Fifth, which form of the Lord did meditate by Bhishma Dev before leaving his body?
Who was seated on the flag of Arjuna's chariot? Fantastic quiz questions. I agree with Sri Hari Prabhu, and thank you so much for that. And we also like to thank Sulochana Radhika Mataji, because it is her suggestions actually that we are, her suggestions or requests, however you want to put it. But she had given us this idea that she would like to hear about how each of these wonderful personalities like Ajamil and the other great personalities, how they took shelter of Krishna. So thank you, Sulochana, for giving us the direction for this year's Kartik Kathas. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Okay, we can continue our session.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful class.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Tristan.
Thank you, Tristan. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Anybody else?
Hare Krishna Mataji Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All
Hare
glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Mataji, Prabhuji, I'm completely all right. Thank you so much for your prayers. I'm
Wonderful.
completely all right
Very,
now.
very happy to hear that.
Thank you. And a very wonderful narration today. I loved my favorite Bhishma Stuti you sang. Tribhuvana Kamanam Tamala Varanam Ravikara Gauravare. Yeah, that's my favorite verse.
Yes.
Because Bhishmadev, how glorified, I mean, he is describing Lord Krishna, right? Tamala Varanam. I do remember during every time you sing this one, I'll remember. You are able to, you are helping us to meditate on the form of the Lord. The way you are sang, right? It is very good, very good meter. First of all, I thank you for both of you, and really, right? Why? I mean, we come to know the reason behind why Arjuna is not fighting in full potential with Bhishma Dev, because the relationship he developed with Bhishma Dev, that we understood. And Prabhu has quoted many reasons. I know only one reason: to fulfill the vow of Bhishma Dev, he took the weapon. But he gave list of 4-5 reasons to make Arjuna to fight in full potential, to become dear to the devotees, and then he is asking Arjuna to declare that my devotees will never perish. So these other things is very new things to learn today. And it is not like Bhishma Dev taking a revenge. It is a surrender, mode of surrender to Krishna. That's why he is asking to take a weapon. That is we learned today. And we don't know that the Krishna's chariot also pushed back for 2 to 3 to 4 feet. Today I know that is a new thing for me. And the life lesson which you gave because of the chariot, right? We are not supposed to think that everything done by us. No, in each and every situation, Krishna's intervention is there with the mercy of Guru, Gauranga, and Nityananda. Everyone's blessings are there. So, because our ahankara is very danger, Mataji, I understood completely. But you both says previously also, right? If the false ego balloon is inflating, and Krishna will take a needle. I don't remember you both of you. So whenever I'll introspect myself, whether I am at a right, I should be remain grounded at all times because of mercy of Guru and Gauranga. I'm nowhere else. Without their mercy, we are not here. That's what I will always feel. But that is a very good life lesson you insisted because we need to repeatedly keep it in our mind, as Prabhupada and Mother said. So we will have to paste that content in our bedroom, Prabhuji. Whenever I wake up, yeah, everything is happening because of mercy of the Lord and Guru and Gauranga. Else now we will be wearing somewhere else. It is very good life lesson today. Very good life lesson. And Japa tip also, Mataji Prabhuji. Very good Japa tip. You're helping us to do our Japa in a proper way. We feel like it's every day is a workshop for us because you dedicated a separate session for us in previous Kartik month, but we feel it's a workshop for us because if we follow the tips perfectly, we can able to our chanting in a right appropriate manner. Thank you so much for all of these things. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna. That was Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Anjali, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Danvat Pranam. I think so. Hipsat Prabhuji has summarized the full class right now. It was so beautiful. Obviously, like we stay very connected, and every time our everything. I think so. Everything is so beautiful, and the best part I learned from the today is the surrender. Like the surrender to the Lord, like ये है ना कृष्णा के बिना तो कुछ भी नहीं चलेगा, like एक पत्ता भी नहीं हिलता, and it is so true. So many times we think that it is because of us or in a situation. Yeah, last night I was a little worried about something, and I got my answer today's class, and then I said, oh my god, like you both are like magicians. So I said, fine, yes, like whatever has to happen will has to happen, is nothing like is in our control. We always think, okay, we should have done it like that and it should have happened, but no, we are just I think so it's just our prarabdhas or karmas or whatever, it has to happen. And then we have to stay connected, and he can see so much vast, and it must be something better for us he has planned for future. But right now we can just look in the, our we have very very small drishti, we just can't see. So beautiful lessons of Bhishma Pitamaha also, and Stuti was so beautiful. Though that voice was little breaking, so I will hear it again. So that today it was not very clear in my at my place because it's raining. So the I will hear it again, but it's all I have heard it before also from your thing, and obviously you both sing so beautiful always. So this was very, very nice. And so on your picture, images and everything. And two, three new things, as just now Prabhuji said, I also learned today, like, how why the chariot went back. We never knew, like, like, there's so many things to learn every class. And we are so ignorant. And I have a very short-term memory, I can say for myself. So yeah, forget also. But you keep on brushing your Japa tips, everything, and we stay connected. And thank you for the, just making us more like, just to walk and stay connected with all the devotees. Uh, thank you so much. And I think so, Bhaiya is so tired right now. He's too sleepy, so we won't take too much of his time.
He had a very hectic day since yesterday. He has been up, doing meetings with different time zones. So it's been very hectic for
But
Prabhu.
this is blissful time. Maybe you're seeing somehow, but I'm feeling very excited and blissful.
Yeah, you are very, very humble and always polite. I understand that, but still, like, I know how much you busy you are and the way you take out time. And obviously, you talking about Krishna makes you happy. That is your this, and you are very blessed, and we are also very blessed being connected with you all. So thank you so much, and Hare Krishna. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Please leave well. So
Thank you, dear.
looking forward now. Another class will be now on Tuesday, so we look forward
Yes,
for that for
yes.
us.
Next class,
Okay,
India time will be on Tuesday. US
on
time
Tuesday.
evening. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, dear.
Jai Shri Radhe.
Jai
Shri
Shri
Radhe.
Radhe.
Hare
Hare.
Krishna. Hare Krishna. Anybody else?
Okay, if there are no other questions, we'll see you on Monday evening, US time, and Tuesday morning, India time. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.